YouTube, this is part 2 and the final part of my shelf tour, and I'm actually going back to the first cabinet. I did switch a few things around, so I'm going to show you my Game Boy games. So here they are. Unfortunately, Nintendo didn't differentiate the boxes between the different Game Boys. So the first two games right here are original Game Boy. The second two are Game Boy Color. And the rest of them are Game Boy Advance. A few rare ones. A lot of them are sealed. And these are all my boxed games. I do have a lot more of loose cartridges. A couple of them are in plastic boxes. I need to get a few more for the rest of them. This one I'm actually really proud of. Zone of the Enders, The Fist of Mars. Really hard game to find. And a few of the Game Boys. Alright, moving on to the other one. Alright, starting off at the top. A couple more collector's editions. A lot of these are still sealed, such as the Epic Mickey, the Bioshock, Balls of Steel edition. Move that out of the way. There's Resistance 2 and Resident Evil 5. Jeep Thrills, my sealed PSP Go. I do have a loose black one somewhere. And a couple Game Wave games in the back, still sealed. I need to get a Game Wave one day. Moving on to the next row, my very tiny Sega CD collection. Moving on to my almost complete Sega CD 32X collection. I'm only missing one game, and I think it's the Scottie Pippen game I'm missing. So then I would have a complete Sega CD 32X collection, which I guess is not that impressive. I'm moving on to my also very tiny Sega Saturn collection. Few Japanese Saturn games. And of course the prize, one of the big prizes of my collection, my Snatcher, which I keep by itself, alone from its riffraff of the other Sega CD games. Very proud of that piece. Moving on to the next row. Wii games. A lot of these are still sealed. I never really play my Wii. A lot of these are pretty rare Wii games. Some of the rarest: Donkey Kong Barrel Blast. One of them right here. Where was it? Coral Rimpa Marble Mania. Very, very hard to find, actually, which is one of the rarest. My sealed Metroid Prime Trilogy. Very rare, very expensive, and actually it's selling a lot more used than it is new at GameStop. Ever did new. Another rare one, Rune Factory Frontier. Sakura Wars, Spyborgs. Two sealed Super Mario All-Stars Limited Editions, which I thought were going to be rare, but turned out not, because Nintendo decided to re-release it. Sealed GoldenEye and sealed Endless Ocean. Alright, moving on to the next row. This is a couple odds and ends. All these are like just big boxed games. Not really limited editions, but just boxed games. So I have a couple Dreamcast games, 2 Alien Fronts Online, and Seaman. A couple big box PS1 games. And my sealed iToy games. So I have iToy Anti-Grav, iToy, just a standard one that comes with iToy Play, and then iToy Play 2, which I just got yesterday, sealed. My very, very limited edition sealed yellow VMU, out of the way. My Mahjong Heisei Show box set, which comes with the microphone. the very rare yellow Dreamcast controller, and the Choo Choo Rocket game and orange controller bundle. And then there's the Outrigger mouse bundle. And my Seaman games, I have the very rare Seaman 2001, very hard to find. It's actually the upgraded version of the other two Seamans. I actually have 2 copies by accident. I don't know how that happened. And I have the limited edition Seaman game that comes with the clear Seaman VMU up here in this long box. And then I have my 2 PS2 Seaman games, Seaman 1 and Seaman 2, with the special controllers that look like that. There's one of each by Axie. And then I have 2 faceplates. I'm actually trying to get a collection of them. So I have the Forza 2 faceplate, and I have the, they call this one the Hot Rod faceplate. Of course, because I love cars. Moving on down to the DS games. My imports up top. My boxed, the ones that come with the CDs, the Atlas games. My 2 singular 3DS games, Super Street Fighter 4 3D and Zelda. And Electroplankton, which is actually the rarest of the DS games. Now I'm trying to find the American version of that. Alright, so here we go. I'm getting a little short for space, so a lot of these are stacked on top of each other, which I'll show you in a couple seconds. I have actually some very rare DS games in here. Let me just show you the ones in the front, and then I'll show you the ones behind them. Tetris DS, Yoshi's Island DS, and I have a few DS games scattered about, so let me just move these out of the way, and then I can show you the ones behind them. Alright. Madden 09, extremely rare. These out of the way. And then there's the rest of them. And I also have a few others that are scattered about, so this is not everything. I just need to find where I put them. Alright, moving on to Dreamcast, which I'm actually trying to get a complete Dreamcast collection. Two copies of Shenmue, the standard Shenmue and then the limited edition Shenmue, which doesn't say anything on the side to differentiate them. My 2 Bleemcast emulators, Japanese Dreamcast games, limited edition Resident Evil Code Veronica, Biohazard, Blue Sky Blue limited edition, and the Seaman, Christmas Seaman limited edition. And here, right here is the Mountain Dew Game Fuel from 2007. I just haven't opened it. I just thought it was interesting. One of my Nomads, and then a couple European, actually I think these are British Dreamcast games. Need to get a few more of those. Actually, European games just in general are extremely hard to get over in the States. Just not as willing to send them over here. Japanese seem to be more willing to, which is pretty bizarre, but yeah, I wish a lot more European people would send games over to the States. Moving on down to the PlayStation games, but first, before I get to those, have to represent the my bread and butter, cars. I love cars more than anything. I love them more than games. So of course I have to have two of my favorite cars, the Audi R8 Unfortunately, this is not the version I like. This is the 4.2 liter V8. I'd rather have the 5.2 liter V10. But of course, in coupe form, I don't like the Spider, so I've got to have that. That's my favorite sports car. And of course, you got to have to represent the American muscle, the Dodge Challenger SRT8 with the 6.1 liter V8 engine that produces 425 horsepower. That is a gorgeous car. Alright, PS1 games. Never was that big of a PS1 player. I actually preferred the 64, but still a very good system. A couple gems in there. I have all the Need for Speeds. Actually, scratch that. I'm missing the two off-road ones that they had. The V Rally ones, I think they're called. Both of the Odd Worlds. I actually have all the Resident Evils, including the director's cut. A couple Japanese games, and another one of my prizes in my collection, my sealed Valkyrie profile. Very rare. Then I have the battle rifle from Halo. And then a few more odds and ends down here. A couple Game Boy boxes, Xbox Live starter kits. This one's actually from the Microsoft company store. A couple of other stuff back here. Let me see what else. What these are. I know the one on the bottom is the pre-order bonus for Splatterhouse, which comes with the really nice the mask. It actually weighs a lot. It weighs probably about like 5-6 pounds. It's really nice. I'll probably have to take it out. It's just a lot of styrofoam and gets in the way. I forget what's in here. Oh, the Mario, the Nintendo Rewards Mario statue that was out for the Platinum winners. A sealed Mario 25th Anniversary Wii. Never been opened, as you can tell. It's a Wii, so it's collecting dust. Special edition Grand Theft Auto 4. Sealed Little Big Planet back there. Sealed Fable 3. My OnLive console, which I've never opened, still in the original box that was shipped in. And right up here, this is something that not too many people have. I've actually had this since new. It's the Star Wars Battlefront pre-order bonus. It's the Scout Trooper, which came with when you pre-ordered the game. Still sealed. I don't know if it's worth anything, but I just thought it was really cool. Not for resale. Yeah, so yeah, I just thought that was pretty neat. I don't know if anybody could tell me anything about it, but it was, I just thought it was really cool. I just have had this since when did this game come out? 2004. So I've had this since 2004. And that's it for my shelf tour. Thanks for watching.